The newest episode of Strong Songs is about Miles Davis's 1959 jazz masterpiece, Kind of Blue. It's actually a return to Kind of Blue. Back in 2021, more than 5 years ago, I made an episode about So What, and talked quite a bit about the album, the musicians on it, what makes the album special. But I really only focused on So What, and even then, I spent a lot of time just talking about the personnel and what they would do afterward and kind of giving a sense of all of that. But I wanted to spend some more time talking about the album and just a couple more of the solos on it, the actual music on the record. So that's what this episode is. I focus on two more songs on the album. First, we talk about Freddie Freeloader, which is the second track, a pretty cool blues with a slight alteration that allows for some neat new ideas. And we focus on Wynton Kelly's piano solo on that song, an incredibly famous piano solo transcribed by many a beginning jazz improviser, but man, an incredibly hip solo with a lot to say about how to construct a good blues solo. After that, I talk about Flamenco Sketches, which I think is personally my favorite track on Kind of Blue. It's the closing track on the album, maybe the easiest to misunderstand or overlook. It is in some ways the most forward-looking track on the album, a true modal composition, and in some ways also a precursor of free jazz in that it had an open form, and each player approached it differently and played each mode for a different amount of time. So after explaining that song, I get into John Coltrane and Cannonball Adderley's tenor and alto saxophone solos, and kind of go back and forth between the two of them and look at how each player approached the harmony on that song, because they're both brilliant players, huge influences on me as a saxophonist, but they each approach things very differently, and I think it's a lot of fun to compare and contrast each player and how they approach the tune. So I am very happy with this episode. I think it's a lot of fun. I think you'll learn a lot listening to it and maybe find some new things to appreciate about this brilliant album. I really hope that you all enjoy it. Thanks, as always, so much for listening to Strong Songs, and take care out there. The newest episode of Strong Songs is about Miles Davis's 1959 jazz masterpiece, Kind of Blue. It's actually a return to Kind of Blue. Back in 2021, more than 5 years ago, I made an episode about So What, and talked quite a bit about the album, the musicians on it, what makes the album special. But I really only focused on So What, and even then, I spent a lot of time just talking about the personnel and what they would do